city is turned upside down as it looks like Mindbreaker is up to his dirty schemes again. It isn't quite clear yet exactly what Mindbreaker is up to this time, but it appears that his plan involves a dangerously large amount of tomatoes, as all the tomatoes from local grocery stores are coming up missing. Security guards have been posted outside of all major grocery stores that still have remaining tomatoes, but in the past, their efforts have been useless against the archvillain of this city, Mindbreaker. It appears at this point our only hope is that a hero will rise up and save the people of Dason City.
So, what are we going to do about this?
The first thing we've got to do is figure out exactly what he's up to.
What he's up to? You just saw it. He's taking all the tomatoes.
Yeah, but he's got to be up to more than that. You know this can't be the end of his plan.
Yeah, what can he possibly be planning to do with all those tomatoes?
Amazing Man, what's our plan?
I don't know if we need to get involved. I mean, you heard him. They have security guards on it. Hey, whoa, that's not in fairy visit, girl. You can't just go disappearing on your friends and laughing at them. And you too, Amplitude. You can't hide from me.
No, but I can run from you.
Seriously, guys, you laugh at me, but this is Mindbreaker we're talking about. I say we stay here in the Hero Lab and just let him take the tomatoes. Who cares about tomatoes anyway?
Amazing Man, you know we can't just stay in here. We're the only ones with the superpowers that can defeat Mindbreaker.
That's right. I'd be on your side if I knew it were just tomatoes. Not a fan. But he's up to something bigger, and we have to stop him.
Yes, more tomatoes. Once I am done clearing out the city of all its tomatoes, phase 1 of my magnificent plan will be complete. Then all that's left is to load up all the rotten tomatoes in my hovercraft and rain them down on Dason City. After that, the people will have to leave, and the power will be all mine.
So, we'll definitely take all three of us, but I think we can do it.
I think so too. You about warmed up there, Amazing Man?
Yeah, just a few more. Some of us aren't the fastest people in the world. Need to do a little warm up.
Dude, you can fly.
So, I was thinking that I could go undercover into Mindbreaker's secret lair and discover what his plans were. And then that way, we can come up with ours.
Brilliant! Love it!
You only like that plan because that means you stay here.
You're only staying here for that part. Trust me, it's just phase 1.
You got it. Just make sure and report back.
I'll be back soon.
I have just enough tomatoes to destroy Dason City. You are a very good villain. I know.
So, did you find out that Mindbreaker has a lycopene deficiency? And he needs those tomatoes? And we can all go back to playing Thumb War and watching cartoons?
No, it's more serious than that. He's planning on taking over the whole city by dropping rotten tomatoes on everything.
This is serious. Way more serious than we thought. Amazing Man, you're the only one with experience with this kind of stuff. You've got to do something. We've got to stop him.
Yeah, Amazing Man, you have to tell us how to defeat him. The whole city is counting on us. We have to try.
Well, you know I'm retired, and I think you can do this without me, but I guess I'll help you with a plan.
The city of Dason is in a panic as the very last of our tomato supply has been wiped out now by Mindbreaker. Officials are working around the clock to learn what his next moves will be, but it's still not clear what Mindbreaker plans to do with all these tomatoes. If Mindbreaker's history is any indication, the citizens of Dason City should all be very worried about what he will do next. The city's waiting for a hero to step up, which has been our only hope in the past, But so far, we have seen no signs that a hero is in action today.
I really hope this works, Amplitude.
Me too, Invisigirl. We're the city's only hope after Amazing Man went back into retirement.
I really wish he had a little bit more faith in himself. I mean, we believe he can do it, but he's so afraid he won't even try.
I know, if only he had a little bit more faith, he really could be a great hero. Look, there's Mindbreaker.
Who's the most evil being in the ran? I am. I am. Who's the most evil being in the ran? I'm so forgetful these days. Who's the most evil being in the ran? I am. I left him right here. Dos tres. Who's the most evil being in the ran? I am. Who's the most evil being in the ran? Stay back. Good back. Who's the most evil being in the ran? I am. This is very weird. Who's the most evil being in the ran? I am. Who's the most evil being in the ran? I am. Well, my tomatoes! I stole them fair and square! Unbreak my hearts!
Amplitude, he's starting to go faster. Can you help?
I'll unload. You go disable the engine. Amazing Man, come on! I need your help. Let's go.
But I thought we had a plan.
We did. It's all ruined. He got away. Come on. I know you're scared, but let's go for it.
Scared? I'm not scared.
Deep down inside, I know you really are, but you're gonna have to have a little faith. Come on, I know you can do it.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
It seems as if Dason City is safe for yet another day, thanks to all of the great heroes of this city. Mindbreaker's evil plot was stopped in the nick of time, and the citizens of our great city will sleep in safety tonight. Although, this just in, it appears the price of tomatoes is going to skyrocket in the coming months.
Amazing, man! You did it!
You did such a great job. We're so proud of you.
See? You just needed enough faith to believe that God would give you exactly what you need when you need it.
And of course he would. You're the perfect man for the job. He made you for this.
You know, even though you were afraid, you put your fear aside and had enough faith to believe that God would allow you to do what He called you to do. You know, it actually reminds me of a story from the Bible. Just like Dason City will always call you a hero, this person from the Bible will always be called a hero for doing the very same thing, putting his fear aside and having the faith to do what God called him to do. Moses was a man in the Bible who was not perfect, but still, we will remember him always as a great hero for God. Moses grew up in a land called Egypt. There was a ruler in Egypt called Pharaoh, and he kept many of God's people as slaves and treated them horribly. One day, Moses was out in the desert all by himself, and he saw a bush that was on fire, but it wasn't burning up. He went over to check out this very unusual sight, and what happened next was amazing. God spoke to Moses through the bush. God told Moses to go to Pharaoh, yes, Pharaoh, the scary and mean ruler over all of Egypt and all the slaves, and tell Pharaoh, God says to let my people go free. Well, Moses knew that someone needed to tell Pharaoh to let God's people go, but he wasn't sure that God had the right guy. See, Moses had a speech problem, and he spoke with a stutter. So if God was going to choose someone to go to the ruler of Egypt and deliver a message from God, Moses thought it should be someone who could do it better than him. Moses was afraid, and he even told God, I think you have the wrong guy. I don't speak well. You should get someone else. But God had already chosen Moses, and God knew Moses could do it. All he needed now was to have faith. He needed to have more faith that God would give him what it takes. He needed to have more faith in his own fear that he couldn't do it. And you know what? Moses found the faith, and he went to Pharaoh and said, "God says, let my people go." It took many tries and a lot of help from God, but finally, God's people were set free from slavery in Egypt. After that, God continued to use Moses to lead his people through the desert for 40 years. And we will always remember Moses as a hero for God, not because he was perfect, not even because he wasn't afraid, but because he had faith. Because Moses had faith, he made a huge difference.